Hey guys, what's up? It's Mr. Chapman here. It is Saturday night, April 11th. It is my now 5-year-old's birthday. So he didn't get a party this year, so it was a pretty depressing day for him. But we tried to have as much fun as possible and get him as many presents as we possibly could, but it wasn't very many because Amazon's shipping stuff so late. Anyway, it was a busy week of a lot of students asking questions. And so I thought I would start this video, which is actually step 3. I'd start this video by going through steps 1 and 2 for everyone. Okay, so if you're a little bit behind, that's okay. It's very easy to get caught up. Okay, so I thought I would start by showing you. First off, make sure you guys understand this is the new page that I'm doing everything on. You guys all have the same assignment, and so there's no reason for me to put this onto everyone's separate Google Classroom page. The other thing that's nice about this is it gives us kind of a blank slate. I had all that stuff on there for the whole year, including health stuff, so this kind of wipes it all out, okay? All right, so just so you guys know, on here, I'm actually going to reduce the size of that. Okay, on here, basically what you have to know is that all of this stuff that I put up here, announcements, everything else is going to be right here. You need to pay attention to that. You got to come in here and take a look. Okay, there won't be a lot regularly. I'm not going to be doing tons of posts every day, but I will be updating YouTube videos. I'll be updating assignments. Okay, now over here on the left, you'll notice this upcoming no work due soon. Okay, that's because all 3 of the previous assignments, which I'll show you in a minute, were due on Friday, yesterday. Okay, those won't be here. All right, and to be honest, I don't know what happens to them. So we'll have to play around with that. That'll be kind of a new thing for all of us to check out. Okay, to find your assignments, you click on classwork. All right, now you'll notice these 3 assignments were due yesterday. They say due April 10th. That was yesterday. Okay, what you needed to do, okay, is go into step 1. Click on it. In here, you'll notice I am a teacher, so I have a little bit different view. Okay, 32 people finished it. 4 have turned it in, and I'm sure that they finished it. Okay, and so I will get to checking those, and then those will go into here, so that means 36 will have actually finished it. Okay, now to finish this step 1, all you have to do is watch the video, which walks you through how to build your basic website. Okay, it's not going to have any information on it. It is just building it. Okay, the next thing you were supposed to do on this was basically to choose a project idea. Now, if you look up here in the directions, in this step, you will choose a topic and start designing your new website. Click Turn In when done. It's very clear, guys. Okay, I am going to give you the directions, and you have to read them. Okay, watch the video, make your website, and make a choice on what your topic is going to be. Can it be something else? Yes, but I would suggest checking with me first before you do the next step. Once this is done, you click Turn In, okay, and you move on to step 2. Step 2 looks like this, okay? This is the project proposal. Fill out the attached Google Doc, then turn in when done. So all you have to do is, if you want, you can watch the video. I actually write an entire project proposal for the project I'm doing. Okay, you can watch it and follow along. All right, it shows you how to write paragraphs. It shows you how to indent. Okay, you need to be able to write 4 paragraphs telling me what you're going to do with this project. Okay, where do I write it? I've had a lot of people writing it in random places. Look, I gave you a document right here. If you open this document, you just click on it. Look, it's all blank. It's all set up for you. Okay, you're going to have the title, by your name. Here's the year, 2020, class, whatever class you're in. Are you in 6B? Are you in 8B? Are you in 8A? Okay. The introduction has 4 sentences. Okay. The project subject. Are you covering a science topic, a technology, engineering, art, or math? Are they both? Maybe it's a technology and engineering program. Okay. Maybe that's what you're researching. Whatever it is, you can write 4 sentences about what it is and what it qualifies as. You can also tell me why it's a good STEAM project, okay? Project steps, 4 sentences. This is basically you're telling me, step 1, I'm going to do this. Step 2, I'm going to do this. Now, I don't want you to give me a list. Some people give me 1, blah, 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 2, blah, blah, blah. No, we're in middle school. We're writing in paragraphs. First, I will do this. Then I will do this. Because I did this, then I will do this. Okay, that's how you write steps. Okay, again, this is all covered in that video that's attached to this assignment. Okay, and the last one's the most important. What's the purpose of your project? What do you hope to achieve? Okay, if you're inventing something new, you hope that people will buy it. Okay, and you can make money or something like that. All right. Okay, once you finish that, you're going to click Turn In. Should be a little button right up here next to Share. Okay, you shouldn't be sharing it with me. All you got to do is click Turn In. Close that. All right, so now you have step 2 done. The only thing that's the other assignment here is NitroType. I want you to log in with Google into NitroType. There's also a video here. I want you to log into it and then click Turn In, and it's done. Okay, I want you to check it out, play around with it, but I don't want you to be spending hours a day on it. Maybe 10 minutes a day is more than enough. Okay, it's just to help you practice typing, and it's a little more fun than just doing typing.com. Okay. All right, now we're finally on to step 3. All right, now I'm not going to create a new assignment yet because I'm now creating the video. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start on step 3. Now, step 3 is to actually develop your website. Okay, now I decided to take this really slowly since we had so many students that started late. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and start developing my website. You may have already done this, or you may have just put in the pages. But basically, if you watched video 1, I'm going to start where I left off with my website open, and I'm going to actually design my pages in my website. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up our website. Remember to get in there. It's sites.google.com. It'll take you here. This is the old Google Sites. We don't want to use that one. That's kind of junky. So we want to do new Google Sites. New. All right. And when I go in here, you'll notice that some people have already shared their website. Don't know why. I didn't tell you guys to share your websites. Okay. You will do that later. Trust me. Now, if you remember, mine was actually called the Coaster Project. I'm going to be making coasters out of these, if I can show you. These are basically free floor samples, and I have about 7 or 8 of them. I'm going to design art and make coasters for my house, okay, so people can put their drinks on them. All right, that's my project. It's very simple, okay? Now, if you watch my proposal video, you'll know that there's definitely a lot of art and technology and engineering that goes into it. And I have not made my project yet. I haven't started. I am just in the setup phases. Okay, so here we go. What we're going to do is open up our website. Now, remember, mine is a coaster project, so I'm just going to click on it. And I have not done anything since I made that first video, so everything should be exactly as I left it. Okay, so here we go. Here's the coaster project. Now you'll notice, remember, if you did this correctly, you should have a title, which is done by clicking up here and changing the name, clicking enter. Okay, you should have multiple pages. Okay, and to do that, we can look over here on this side. Okay, where we have insert pages and themes. And you can play around with the themes, all right, as much as you want. But you'll notice this is my home page, okay? I know this because if I click on the word home right here, oh, that's a horrible arrow. Okay, if I click on it, it's going to take me home, okay? And I'm there. Okay, now notice that my background here is kind of junky. If you remember from the first video, I was just kind of playing around with it. So today, I am actually going to be making every one of my project backgrounds, my page backgrounds, okay? And that's all we're going to do this week. We're going to just dedicate this week to doing the art for our backgrounds, Okay. And I don't know if you remember doing this at the beginning of the year for your website, but you guys had a lot of fun doing this. Okay. So I thought, hey, let's do it. All right. So let's look at all the pages that we have to make. Okay. We have a home page. And actually, we can click on the pages over here and click on this little arrow. If you remember how to do this, it's this little arrow right here. If you click on the arrow, it will actually give the drop down of all your pages. So now look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. Whew. Okay, so we've got a lot of work to do. All right, that means we have to create 7 pieces of art to throw on the backgrounds here. Now, if you guys don't get through all of this week, that's okay. I mean, it could be something that you just come back to. You may finish 3 and then you kind of forget for a while, and then you come back and you finish it. Remember, the ending project of this is the website, okay? So if you get to the end, you're like, oh no, I forgot to make the design cycle product, final product, and these backgrounds, okay? If you forgot to make one, make it later, okay? If your project is one of those ones that you're not sure if you will have a design cycle, maybe you just want to hold off on that one. Just wait, okay? We'll see how that goes. We also may want to change some of these, so it's possible that you may want to only start with 3 or 4 of them, okay? Today I'm going to actually make the home one and the proposal. The reason I'm only going to make 2 is because those are the 2 that we have done so far, okay? You have written a proposal, so have I, okay? And we know what our homepage should look like. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically go to our other program. And the other program, I'm going to type it in this video, okay, just so you guys can see it. It is called Sketchpad.io. And if only I could change that font, that would make it a lot more easy to read, wouldn't it? That would be way better than the way I am doing it now. Unfortunately for us, I can't do anything about it. So what I'm going to do is make sure that says sketchpad.io. Now I know that you are brilliant children and you could pause the video and go back and you could type that thing out to the bitter end. I will also put a link to it if I remember in Google Classroom in the assignment. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to open a new tab and do sketchpad.io. All right. We're loading up. Sweet. Okay, now what we're going to do is it automatically gives me this blank slate. If it doesn't give you a blank slate, click on the little plus down here for a new one. Okay, and you can just click on blank, blah, 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 and there you go. You got this. This is your painting space down here. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a background. Okay, I'm going for really simple, guys. The reason I'm going for simple is because I just don't have the time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want my home page to have different coasters all over it. So what I want is a backdrop that's very basic. Okay, so if you look down here on linear, I clicked on linear. I really like this one, just looking at it. Okay, I really like it because it's really simple. I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and then I'm going to click on the area. Awesome. All right, so that's my background right there, okay? Now, for a home page, we really just need a title, and the title can be the project, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it, I don't like that font for my title. I want it kind of a little more formal, all right? And so I'm going to go with something like, and guys, there's thousands of these, all right? It's thousands of fonts to play with. What if I even type in the word formal? Comes up. No results. Okay, well, it's worth a shot. Oops, what did I choose? Cardo. It's a random selection. Let's try it out. Okay, type in 2020 project. Okay, I'm actually going to separate my text, and I'm going to do another one here. Laser engraved coasters. Okay, I'm actually going to make this really large. Okay, and to move things around, up here you'll notice in the toolbar, this is something I always got questions about. It's the little select. It's the mouse cursor. You just click on it and you just move it where you want it. Okay, the other thing you can do is hold down shift and roll back, and you can actually kind of see the whole thing a little bit. You'll notice it actually is kind of bigger than you think. And apparently I cannot move it. I'm getting some technical difficulties already. That's just terrific. Sometimes you gotta play around with these different... oh, okay. It didn't like that I was zooming out like that. Alright, fine. Meanie. Okay. Let's go ahead and just leave it like that. We may not be able to see it all, but that looks pretty good. Alright. Okay, so what I've got here is got my 2020 project, laser engraved coasters. Now what I want to do is I actually want to just put a ton of coasters, pictures, all over this. Now I can do that with clip art. We can take a look at what we have in here. Let's see if they have a coaster. Nothing. Yeah, so what you're going to have to do is load your own image. And to do that, all you do is open a new tab, and you go to images.google.com. All right? And even though these aren't free, this is a school project. You know, we're just trying to really learn some of the basic skills, okay? Since I'm not going to be selling these at all or anything like that, I'm just going to use the images on my website, okay? So if you're ever going to sell anything, you shouldn't be using images that you don't create, okay? And actually, when I make the images for my coasters, they will be created by me, and I will actually do a video on how I create those. But for now, we're just putting some pictures on our website. So let's just look at drink coasters. All right, now we got some cool ones. All right. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of these pictures, okay? And I'm just going to, watch this, copy image, and let's do Control V, paste. Hey, look at that. There it is. And watch this. I can just use these corners to basically make them smaller. If I want to, I can rotate it. Okay. I can find some other ones. Copy. Control V is paste. I can also right click and do paste too. It's whatever you feel. Basically, I'm just making a collage of coasters. Let's see. All right, not really appropriate. Not really what I'm looking for. These ones would look fine, except they got a watermark in the top. I don't want that. This isn't bad. That'll look fine. People know it's a coaster. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and do this. And we'll resize. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to do too much on this, guys, because I mostly want you guys just to see how the process is done. Okay, let's call that good. Yeah, I like that. All right, so let's say I'm done. Okay, now you guys can spend as much or as little time as you want. To do this next step, basically you want to save it. Okay, down here there is a disk. Okay, I showed you this in the first video, but if you didn't notice, this is the save button. Okay, it's export. And you're going to export as a JPEG. It is the most basic picture file. It's easiest to use in every regard. Okay, save JPEG. Now notice it's saved on my desktop. If you're using a Chromebook, it'll save in your Google Drive. Either way, it doesn't matter. Okay, all I do is I go back to my website. Website. Okay, I'm actually going to delete this title because remember, if you remember correctly, we put the title in our picture. Okay, so to add a picture, all you do is click Change Image. Let me move this out of the way. Upload. And then you're going to find that one you just got. So drawing right there. Hey, look at that. Okay, now it still has all my links up here. If you want to make it bright, you can just click on this little star right here. Okay, cool. Now we have our first one done. Pretty sweet. All right. Now, the only other one I'm going to do tonight is the proposal. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. All right. Now, proposal will always give you this ugly, drab, gray background. Any of these pages, when they're naturally just generated, will always start like this. Okay. So we got to go back and make a new one. Okay. So I'm going to click on Sketchpad again. Now, I am done with this. I don't need it anymore. Okay. We've already saved it. It's gone. All right. Don't need it. Click New and click Create. Boop. Hey, there we go. We're starting over. Okay, this one's called Proposal. Now, I'm going to kind of do the same thing. I'm basically going to give it a background. Okay. This one, let's make it a little more colorful. Let's go with Radial. These are kind of cool. I want a light one so that I can have dark text on it, but I still want it to be kind of colorful. Let's try this one just to see what it looks like. That's not bad. All right, well, let's just go with that. Okay, for time's sake. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to find a font that I like. I like this Oswald one. It's kind of cool. All right, project proposal. Awesome. And I don't know if you noticed this, but I made this text bigger by expanding this box. Just kind of stretching it a bit. Okay, and again, remember, you can move it around. Okay, if you want to put it up there, you want to put it down there, you want to put it down there, whatever. Okay, I'm actually going to put it down here at the left because I never do that. So I thought that would be fun. Okay, now I want to put an image on here. I can draw one. Okay, you can use all these pen tools to draw. Okay, if you want. If you're good at that, some people are really, really good at it. I'm not going to draw just for time. But what I can do is I can do the same thing as the coaster, so I can go find an image. Now, you got to be careful because the word proposal is asking someone to marry you. Okay, so you really don't want a proposal in as your picture because that'll make you look like you don't know what a proposal is. A proposal is telling me what you're going to do, right? Okay, so let's look up the word proposal. We'll just go to images. And let's look up proposal. All right. Oh, wow, these are boring. And look, if you look up here, we got marriage, sample, business, project. What about like writing proposal? Maybe I can get that. Do you see this right here? I kind of like this little image right here. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take this image. All right, check this out. This is going to be, there's a lot of tech going on in this little move I'm doing. All right, I'm going to open it. Okay, I'm actually going to take a piece of this image. All right, and if you don't know how to use snipping tool, you click on snipping tool. It opens up. You can also do this with that, what's it called? Screen capture with the Chromebook, or you can do the, what's it called? It's basically a snipping tool. It's the Control-Shift switch window, and it does what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to click New, and I'm going to just drag a box over what I want. I kind of like this, how they're kind of working together to come up with a plan. I'm going to right-click on it. I'm going to click Copy. Don't click Save As. You can click Save As. The reason I'm going to do Copy is because I can automatically paste it into Sketchpad. So I'm going to just copy, and I'm going to do Control-V, paste, and there we go. All right. Now I've got make sure you don't click on the paint or you're going to draw all over it. Okay, and remember, undo, Control-Z, okay? So right here, you've got my picture, you got my words, project proposal. This looks great. I'm going to save this. Save as JPEG. All right, and it saved it, if you see down here, as drawing 1, because I didn't really give it a name, which doesn't matter. I'll just go find it. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my website. All right. Now, if you remember, I put project proposal in the title, so I'm going to delete this. I'm going to change image by uploading, and I'm going to do drawing 1, and there it is. Okay, I clicked on those stars right there, or clicked off the stars. The stars kind of change the brightness a bit. Adjust for readability, it's what it is. I turned that off so it looks a little brighter. But anyway, you'll notice my J and P are kind of chopped off. I don't care, okay? We're trying to do this as basic as possible. Anyway, I have done 2 pages now. I'm on my way, and that's all I'm going to show you tonight. So I hope this was very clear to you. I hope you were able to follow along. I hope steps 1 and 2 are done, okay? Basically, your goal for this week is to get 1, 2, and 3 all caught up, okay? All right, well, have a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you around.